How's it going, guys? It's Rad C at the WWE Smackdown reviews for October 30th. It is technically the go-home Raw to Crown Jewel and Smackdown after Crown Jewel. What the fuck was I saying there? But the Smackdown after Evolution. Sort of weird timing because it's a Smackdown after show and a go-home Smackdown. It's a rarity. That almost never happens. We never have a SmackDown after and a go-home on the same one. But anyway, let's just continue right on with the episode. This is also technically a still Halloween-themed SmackDown since Wednesday is Halloween. By the way, hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween. But yeah, continuing on. First off, we have WWE Champion AJ Styles coming out to the crowd. He gets a massive pop from the crowd. But this one was a very massive one since this was in AJ's hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, we have a champion out of Atlanta. Shocking. So AJ Styles comes out to the ring. Of course, AJ calls out Daniel Bryan to the ring. So then Daniel Bryan comes out to the ring to hear what AJ has to say. So first, AJ offers Daniel an apology for last week, and Daniel accepts the apology. Daniel also apologized for what happened 2 weeks ago on SmackDown 1000. AJ accepts also. And then Daniel talks about how much respect he still has for AJ. And then AJ turns the tables and then says he meant to intentionally hit Daniel with that Pele kick last week. And then AJ challenged Daniel to have their WWE title match at Crown Jewel tonight instead. So I guess this is how we're going to write Daniel Bryan off from Crown Jewel. Since Daniel Bryan, as we all know, refuses to compete at Crown Jewel. So in other words, that whole thing about Daniel refusing to compete is true. It appears Daniel Bryan also wants nothing to do with that country known as Saudi Arabia. That's just a complete mess. I'm not going to talk much more about it. Because politics are just a goddamn mess. So then SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon comes out. And then Shane makes the match official and then announces it would be next. So we have an impromptu WWE Championship match. So to the match itself. Highlights of this title match. AJ strikes were good for the most part. The punches and kicks. Daniel's missile dropkick at suicide dive was good. AJ's payway was good along with his fireman's neck breaker. AJ's yes kick was good. Yes kicks were good. Match ending, AJ would hit the Styles Clash. Also throughout the match, AJ was also working on Daniel's left knee. So after AJ hits the Styles Clash, AJ locks in the calf crusher and gets the tap out victory. So we have a rarity. Daniel Bryan tapping out? When was the last time Daniel Bryan ever tapped out in a match? When was the last time? Wasn't it I want to say 2011. I want to say 2011, 2012 was the last time Daniel Bryan ever tapped out in a match. It's been a while. Unless it happened a long time ago on a house show. But still. That almost never happens. That's a rarity. But then, of course, after the match, Daniel Bryan would offer his hand to AJ. AJ would accept. AJ and Daniel would hug in a show of sportsmanship. But then, Samoa Joe would then come out from the crowd. And then Samoa Joe would lock in the coquina clutch on AJ Styles for post-match assault. And then Joe would grab Daniel and lock him in the coquina clutch as well. And then Joe grabs the WWE title and stands tall with it. So yes, it is announced that at Crown Jewel, it will now be AJ Styles defending the title against Samoa Joe. It's also revealed that Samoa Joe is right now working through an injury. I think it's a shoulder one. So it's obvious AJ's going to retain. But yeah, we will talk about more about that either at the end of the review or next week. But anyway, continuing on. Next up, we get our main traditional Halloween theme match. The Trick or Street Fight. It's just a street fight match, but it's just Halloween themed. So we have all kinds of Halloween stuff out there. Everything's Halloween themed. This year's Trick or Street Fight, well, is between Big E and one half of the Raw Tag Team Champion Cesaro of the Bar. So a few highlights in this match. Well, Kofi Kingston, Big Show, Xavier Woods, and Sheamus would all get involved. Xavier would end up bobbing for apples in the damn pit. Big E and Cesaro would put each other through piles of jack-o'-lanterns too. They would also use every item now as Halloween themed, even throwing bowls of candy at each other. Like, come on, don't throw the candy. That's a waste of good candy, my boys. So that match ending, Xavier would grab, I think it was a mysterious red liquid. He would spit it in Big Show's eyes. I think it's called Brood. Correct me if I'm wrong. So then Biggie spits this, then Biggie gets some of that same red liquid. He would spit it in Cesaro's eyes. Like, keep in mind, it's a street fight, so there's no rules. It's no disqualification. Only way it wins by pinfall or submission. So then Big E after that would hit the big ending on Cesaro. Big E gets the 3 count for the win. Interesting. I think this is building up to the tag team title rematch. I think it's supposed to have a Crown Jewel. I honestly haven't paid attention to Crown Jewel. I really don't care. Because Crown Jewel is going to be a complete disaster. So yeah, in 1 week we're going to go from having a really great great pay-per-view in Evolution to a pay-per-view that's going to completely bomb, to a show that's going to completely bomb in Crown Jewel. But anyway, continuing on. Next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura versus R-Truth. Match is pretty boring, to be honest. One fail in a match. R-Truth doing once again another fucking dance break. Once again, WWE is continuing to run the dance break joke into the fucking ground. Well, at this point, they haven't just ran it into the ground, they're running it 6 feet under. I wouldn't be surprised if they take this whole dance break thing and they run it all the way to the goddamn center of the earth. Cause that's almost what WWE has done with every joke they've done. They've not only run it into the ground, they ran it straight into the fucking center of the earth. Just remember James Ellsworth. So yeah, match ending. Shinsuke would hit Kinshasa. Shinsuke gets 3 count for the win. Were you expecting a competitive match? So was I. We were massively disappointed, folks. So next up, we get a segment. So Becky Lynch comes out. And of course, Becky, of course, addressing her match at Survivor Series, where Becky Lynch will go one-on-one against Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey in a champion versus champion match. Because the whole theme of Survivor Series is Raw versus SmackDown. It's just bragging rights. But it now has a big 4 pay-per-view name to make it sound badass. So of course Becky claims that she won't be broken down mentally before the bell rings, unlike Ronda's other opponents. And then Becky takes a shot at Raw by Becky saying that she isn't coming to SmackDown to cosplay or promote a reality show. So she's taking shots at Nikki Bella and Alexa Bliss. Because remember, Nikki and Alexa are both stars on Total Divas. And of course, Nikki also has her other show, Total Bellas. So yeah, that's why the reality show theme, in case anyone's confused. Of course, then Becky says she's coming to Survivor Series to do one thing. Rip Ronda Rousey's arm off. Becky versus Ronda Rousey, this is gonna be a good match. Both of them have arm bars as their signature submission move, but in the end, only ones can reign supreme. Personally, I cannot wait for this match. This one actually could be good. At least they're building up the women's matches, unlike the men's. Men's are only going to have goddamn 2 weeks of build-up. Right, so if they're going to do an Occupy Raw and SmackDown movement, it's going to be rushed pretty quickly. Maybe in the same week. We'll have to see. But yeah, continuing on. Next up, we get our main event. It is a tag team match involving all 4 competitors for SmackDown for the WWE America Cup. Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton and Miz. And of course, before the match, Shane McMahon would come out and all dress all 4 superstars for the America Cup. And then Shane says, if any SmackDown star loses to someone on Raw in the America Cup, whoever that may be will no longer have a job on SmackDown. So in other words, it's a must-win for SmackDown. Honestly, to make it mean more if they wanted to go on with this goddamn America Cup thing, they should have gave the winner a United States Championship opportunity. Then they could become the ultimate United States Champion. They could hold the United States title and the America Cup. Then they could call themselves the best in the United States. But yeah, I think I've gone long enough with the America Cup thing. But yeah, continuing on. Highlights of the match. Ray's Hurricane Rana was good. Miz's Neckbreaker and DDT were good. Randy's stomps were good. Jeff's Atomic Drop and Leg Drop were good. Randy's Side Slam and DDT was good. Like, it was a pretty mad match. Match ending. Jeff would hit a Whisper in the ring on Randy Orton to take Randy out of the match. Ray hits the 619 on the Miz. Jeff would hit the Swanton on the Miz. Jeff gets the 3 count for the win. So Ray and Jeff build up some momentum heading into the Crown Jewel for the America Cup. Now, of course, for anyone who doesn't know, on the SmackDown side of the America Cup, Rey Mysterio will go one-on-one with The Miz in round 1, and Jeff Hardy goes one-on-one with Randy Orton in round 1. But after the match, Randy Orton would then hit an RKO out of nowhere on Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy for a post-match assault, respectively. And then Randy would shockingly hit an RKO out of nowhere on The Miz, and Randy Orton is standing tall, and that's how he ends SmackDown. So yeah, pretty meh episode. But overall, SmackDown was overall better than Raw this week. Pretty meh episode. Pretty lazy booking. 4 out of 10, my final rating for SmackDown. And of course, for anyone that didn't pay attention to my Raw review, I made my America Cup Finals prediction. So yes, for anyone who doesn't know, I'll make my America Cup prediction here. It's the only thing I really care about for, Crown Jewel and maybe the Universal title. Because I want to see Brock Lesnar not win it. But yes, my America Cup prediction. Like, have you seen how bad some of my predictions have been this year? But you know what? I'll go ahead. So, based on how bad my luck is, I'm probably going to end up jinxing these two. But yes, my prediction. My prediction was based off who I thought would benefit the most from this. So that being said, my prediction for the America Cup Finals, it will be Seth Rollins versus The Miz. Hence why I'm wearing a Seth Rollins shirt here. But yeah, knowing my luck though, I'm probably going to be completely wrong after round 1. Just watch. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.